Hi, Harrison. Welcome to Queer Times.
Hi, Kristen. How's it going?
I'm doing well.
That's good. That's good to hear. You've been so busy lately.
We had a lot of things going on this week. We had...
it's Girl Splash.
Girls were splashed.
Yeah.
We had Fruit Basket, which we talked about last week. Allie Clayton was here. Slade had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Summer of Sass. We did a little combo event where, I used to and sometimes still run parties called Dyke Dock. So that way we can create a space that has more different people in it. Not just a lot of times you go to parties in P-Town and there are just a lot of men. And so we're trying to find spaces for theys and gays and the ladies and lesbians and everybody. And so we had a Dyke Dock dunk in which you showed up and were dunked for charity for Summer of Sass.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a great time. I love that event. Afterwards, I was a little reflective because I really think it's important that we are fundraising and doing things for queer organizations in a fun manner.
Yeah.
And not just in a, oh my God, everything is so terrible. And it is, but also finding the joy and mining for the joy. And it turns out putting a bunch of people into a dunk tank and watching them comically fall into water is a great time. And I highly recommend it.
Yeah, well, this is the second time you've done the event this year, and I did do it as well the first time.
And it was freezing.
It was so cold. It was a gray, rainy day. They filled up the tank with a hose.
Well, how else do you fill up a tank?
I don't know.
With a hose, but I just want you to know we did fill that tank up at 9 a.m. hoping that there would have been some sun that would have made it, and there was none.
No,
it was literally so cold that day.
Yeah, but it's truly an awesome event. How much money you raised?
We raised $1,000.
Work.
Yeah. We raised 500 in May. We raised 1,000. I don't get into the tank often for a lot of reasons, but for the right price, I will.
Hell yeah.
And someone offered $100, and I said no. But then he said 200, and I said, you got a deal. And got into the tank.
That's
and
awesome.
Then took a minute to figure out how to get the fuck out of the tank.
Yeah.
And then learned that the ladder was in the wrong spot, which I'm so sorry to everybody who dunked.
Oh, it's supposed to be on the side.
The ladder's supposed to be by the thing, by the seat.
Yeah,
so no, it was over here. It was on the side wall and not on the back where you could climb up it and then
Someone
sit there.
must have moved it because it was on the back when I did it.
No. When getting into the tank, yes. But there's another ladder component that hangs on the inside of the tank.
Oh.
So if you're a fatty boom batty like myself and you're trying to get yourself out, not only am I a chunker, which I am, but I'm a big booty chunker, which means lower center of gravity, right? And I'm also a T-Rex. So I have my arms are barely, like, if I'm just standing here and my arms are extended, they do not go below my ass.
Right.
So, like, there's almost no way for me to physically, because my booty.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, look at my arm right now.
Yeah.
There's more butt than arm.
Right.
And so I can almost, it's like one of those things where, like, I can't really do a hop up back, even if I'm strong.
Yeah.
I don't have the.
Well, for me, the entire time I'm in there, I'm like trying to not look crazy, in
a dunk tank?
Yeah.
You're gonna look crazy.
Yeah, but I showed up in my like tiny orange Speedo. I can't show up in a tiny orange Speedo and then be a mess,
Wait. So what were you saying? You're like, were you trying to not let your head get underwater?
No.
Like,
being wet is, I do the like, you come out of the water, shake off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's like you're trying to get back up on the seat. And I'm like, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I can't look like I can't do this.
No, yeah, you definitely cannot. Not in a Speedo.
Not in a Speedo.
I would have shocked everyone if I did look like I could hop right. Could you imagine? People would be like, wow.
Yeah.
But I will admit that it did mess with me a little bit. And I had to like really go through it in my brain because I'm like, man, I do go to the gym. Like, I'm not a person who does that.
Right.
And I have been working on arms and I was like, you can lift like, what is going on? And then I did the geometry of it all.
Yeah, right.
And that's also something that when I'm at the gym doing bench presses, I think I've told you this, my feet cannot be on the floor because my booty sticks out so much. There's like my lumbar doesn't hit.
I can't wait to see you do bench press while your feet are like.
No, I have to put my feet on the bench.
Oh, okay.
So I put my feet on the bench and that like lifts my booty up. And so my back can be flat.
Right.
because of my Kardashian-esque behind.
Hey.
Not trying to brag, but I get it honest.
Yeah. But
I can grow-
congratulations.
Thank
It's really
you.
exciting.
Thank you. It was great. It was $1,000, and I highly recommend that everybody, if you haven't done a dunk tank fundraiser for whatever organization you run, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a great time. It's accessible. It costs $5 to play. It's just one of those things that feels really accessible to the whole community. It creates a lot of joy, and everyone has a great time.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that it being Memorial Day weekend, Girl Splash, I don't know if Girl Splash is a woman's week. Memorial Day weekend is typically, I mean, it used to be called Baby Dyke weekend.
Kind of a women's weekend.
Yeah, women's weekend.
Yeah.
I'm questioning the stereotype of lesbians being softball players.
In what way?
In watching them throw these balls at this dunk tank.
Wow, you're coming for the ladies. I believe I hit everybody.
Okay.
I believe
There was the undercut. The woman with the undercut.
Yeah,
I was like,
boom, boom.
yeah.
But there were also women that I didn't see a rocket arm coming, and they just like, there was one woman, she had nails, and she came out as like, bitch, she was a pitcher.
Work.
Like, you could tell.
I know. I wish my sister was in town. Not a lesbian, but did play softball, and she was a pitcher.
Wait, your sister was in town?
Was not. I said I wish she was.
Oh, because I
Yeah.
was gonna say that's insane.
She would have hit like one out of every other, and would have been full form softball fast pitch.
We had Senator Julian Sear in the tank at Memorial Day when it was much colder, and I'm so sorry. And his lesbian sister-in-law
Mhm.
could not dunk him and tried repeatedly. And that's really the best case scenario for me. If I could get someone who is generally athletic with someone that they have a bone to pick with or a family member in the tank, that is a moneymaker.
Yeah, because they keep giving that
They have to keep doing it. You have to then dunk somebody. You have to just keep going. We had one kid yesterday, Emmett, and she was cleaning up, and she was tiny and throwing the ball. And all the lesbians were just kept giving money for Emmett to keep throwing the ball, which is also a win-win for the organization. So, you had an interesting week. You are basically Ellie the elephant's best friend now, I heard.
Truly. So, I have been staying in watching a lot of women's basketball lately. It's just, we talked about last week, the All-Star break. And this is when things really start to heat up because now the pressure is on if you want to make playoffs. So I've been watching a lot of the games.
This is when I will really engage. Playoffs, I'm in, no matter what. Like, so now we get to have fun times.
I don't think any of my teams are going to make it to the playoffs, which is unfortunate. I'm like a Sparks, Wings, and Sky fan, and they're besides Connecticut the three worst teams in the league, unfortunately.
What about the Dream?
I like them. Yeah,
I like them too.
I kind of like every team except for the Fever.
Anyway,
but whatever. But I was watching I actually do want to say, if you don't have League Pass, I know we talked about it before. Some of the games are on television, or they're on Amazon or HBO, but pretty much if they're not being televised, you can watch them on League Pass, and it's under $30.
$34.99.
Yeah,
for the year.
Yeah, $35 to watch for the entire year, so you can feel good about supporting women's sports in a very easy way.
And turns out you can have the pass and not even watch all the games. So like, it's no pressure. You just happen to have $35 laying around, rich lesbians.
Right.
Just support.
But I will say, it seems like the filming of the games is up to the organizations themselves. And I kind of came to that conclusion this past week, because usually during commercial breaks, timeouts, like things that would normally be commercial breaks if you were watching it on television, like when there's a timeout, halftime, in between quarters, basically they play like highlight reels, and it's always the same ones. They'll do like, oh, all the rookies' first points. Yeah. I was watching the Liberty game. The thing is they had a lot more production in their breaks. It seems like the other teams, they film it, they give it streams to League Pass, and whenever they go dark, the League Pass just like puts in these clips. Where the Liberty game, they had sponsors, first of all. They have,
so they're selling their ad time,
which is great. The Liberty was purchased in 2019 for $10 million and now was evaluated at just short of $500 million 5 years later, which is insane. And that is a testament to the owners putting a ton of money, believing in spending the money to move them. Like, they were playing in, I think, Westchester for like absolutely nobody. They got moved to Brooklyn because it's I think it's the Size, TSAI, a couple. She owns the Liberty, he owns the Brooklyn Nets, and they both got moved to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Invested a ton of money, and I think what they're doing really right is like they know their fan base and they're giving the fan base what they want. And in such an important way and impactful way has been their new mascot. When they moved to Brooklyn, I guess I learned today that it used to be a golden retriever.
No.
Like, what is going on?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Clara Sai is her name. Yeah, it used to be Maddie the golden retriever, which like what?
Nothing about that says New York to me.
No.
Like, not, and I never.
Who lives in New York and has a golden retriever?
Like, that would have never occurred to me.
Yeah. So basically, Ellie was created to symbolize kind of their move to Brooklyn. And I know a lot of people might think, like, why an elephant? But it's actually because in the 1880s, when they built the Brooklyn Bridge, basically, this guy was supposed to build the Brooklyn Bridge. He started working on it, and he was going into the underwater decompression chambers. He got really sick from compression sickness, and his wife took over a lot of the project and contributed a lot of the design, a lot of the architectural stuff to it. And basically, when it kind of came out that that was the thing in the 1880s, everyone was like, I'm not going on that bridge.
I did hear about
A
this.
woman made it.
I have heard about
Women
this.
can't make bridges. And then she was actually the first person to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. She was carrying a rooster as a sign of victory, I learned.
Nothing wrong with carrying a nice cock.
Yeah, hey, exactly. Ain't that the truth? As it was first opening, there was a stampede because apparently everyone on the bridge started hearing that it was collapsing, which it wasn't. Someone started yelling, it's collapsing. And there was a stampede that actually killed 12 people. And
of people running off the bridge.
Yeah, running over the bridge. Like it was just a stampede and it was chaos and crazy because there was like this rumor that the bridge was collapsing.
The original troll.
Yeah.
Like you go back to like it's just a bridge in the 1800s.
Some guy be like, it's collapsing.
Look out, the government's they're going to blow up this bridge. And everybody just takes off running.
So basically, as a way to sway public support and reinforce the fact that this was actually a safe bridge to be on, with the public feeling like it wasn't safe because it was built by a woman. And after this, these 12 deaths that had happened, P.T. Barnum walked 12 elephants across the Brooklyn Bridge. As like, if 12 elephants can go on the bridge, New Yorkers, so can you. So that's why
Ellie the
elephant, as a symbol of this New York Liberty team that is in Brooklyn. And I think that's really great.
If you don't know Ellie, even if you're not into the WNBA, actually, especially if you're not into sport.
Yeah, this is a good
Ellie
way to get
is
into
for
it.
you. Ellie is fashion. Ellie is the culture. Ellie is everything.
Yeah. Her name is also a nod to Ellis Island, celebrating like the rich history of immigration to New York.
As how our country welcomed immigrants and did not put them in camps.
Yeah, and this was also one of the first times in the WNBA and Imagine Sports as a whole where they were like, we're going to have a mascot and it will be a woman. The mascot is a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even all the other, like the Sky mascot just got replaced, thank God, but it was like the Sky Guy.
Why?
And it was like, what's
is it in the way that men's sports teams use women as cheerleaders? Were they meaty men?
No.
Were the Sky Guys like Chippendales and like
I mean that I
and like doing dances? And stuff?
It was this giant foam muppety. What's the word? Like not a rocketeer?
A Sky Guy?
Yeah.
Like he had a jetpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the Sky Guy, which they just replaced him with a lion. I don't know the full story, but maybe some other time on the podcast, I'll go into it. But they were like...
Just break down all the mascots?
Yeah. Ooh, a mascot reveal.
I would love a mascot review.
Yeah, totally. But they auditioned a bunch of people. The idea is that it is a singular woman who is always inside Ellie, who is the performer that is Ellie.
I think that's true for a lot of mascots.
Yeah.
It's not something that like they just throw anybody into the suit.
Yeah.
That is a personality. As someone who has been in quite a few mascot costumes.
Really?
Not on a professional level. But I have been,
I did it once.
What
dramatic.
What were you wearing?
I think I was the butt end of a horse. My two friends, Allison and Steven, got in the suits. And I remember this one kid was like, give me a hug to my friend Steven. I can't remember what he was dressed as, but like, and so he's like latching onto this person. This little kid is latching onto him. And I'm like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then I see my friend Allison, who's in a Dora the Explorer costume, and this girl grabs her hand and goes, "Let's run!" And she can't see anything. This kid is dragging her, and I just look over. I'm like, "Oh, this is why it's one handler per one costume." Because I'm like, "Oh my god, he's being like crushed by this little kid. She's running across."
It's a very vulnerable thing to be in.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, you can't really see. Your depth perception is out of like crazy. I'm not trying to brag, but I have been two very important mascots. Number one, I was Magellan the Dragon from Eureka's Castle at a relay, and then more importantly,
Eureka's Castle.
I never watched the show.
Oh,
I was just a senior in high school volunteering for the Red River Revel, running of the ducks.
But of course,
do you know the running of the ducks? Have you ever seen this?
No.
The Running of the Ducks is an incredible charity event where back in the day, the main prize was a Mazda Miata. That was the number one prize, which is a pretty big prize.
Mm-hmm.
And the Running of the Ducks, you would pay $5 and you would get a number. And that number would be stamped on a rubber duck.
Oh, rubber duck. Okay.
And then they would dump thousands of rubber ducks into the Red River.
I do know this.
And those ducks would race.
Work.
It's really cute. And I was on stage to deliver the winning Mazda Miata to number whatever it is.
But Ellie,
back then.
notably, I feel like it's also very clear that the woman inside she brings so much personality to Ellie, which is why Ellie has blown up so much. She wears hoop earrings. She has a long braided hair. She has flashy nose rings. She carries designer bags. Just like such a slay. She does the tunnel fits with the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she slays.
But this past week, she really did something that I thought was amazing. And I was shocked because, like I said, you don't typically get any content during the break. So usually during halftime, it's just like it's like when I get stuff done or switch to another game.
Right.
But the Liberty produced a full halftime show with Ellie the Elephant. It's like a 6-minute long Lady Gaga mega mix.
Amazing.
With costumes, full choreography. It's wild.
All right,
I was like, Ellie arrived, her tunnel fit was with all her dancers carrying her in an egg like Lady Gaga.
Wow.
It's insane. It's so cool. But she did her, and I posted some stories about it online because I was like, this is so cool. And Ellie the Elephant liked my story.
Wait. The Ellie the Elephant?
Ellie the Elephant.
Like something you posted.
Yeah.
So basically she knows your name.
We're the same. We are friends. We're best friends now.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, and I realized this after a while, like I just imagined like Ellie on a laptop, like going through her Instagram mentions. You know what I mean?
I definitely think she's on a phone, but yeah. I mean, I guess.
It's just, I just imagine her like at a desk or something being like, oh, but.
Yes.
I guess maybe not.
Honestly, this might be their next video, actually. Yeah. What the people want is Ellie going through her own socials and seeing what a celeb that she is.
She truly is a celeb. She was the first mascot to ever have a dedicated float on the Macy's Day Parade. She was the Glamour Woman of the Year party. She was on the red carpet there. She was recognized as New York Times 63 most stylish people.
Wow.
The only non-human to be included. It's basically like Miss Piggy and Ellie the Elephant.
Yes, I will. You know what? Here's the thing about that. I agree that I love Ellie and that Ellie is the next big thing.
Yeah.
But I think that her career is new.
Oh, yeah. She's nowhere near.
How will she recover
Piggy
from the stumbles? I'm just saying, Miss Piggy is a legend. And how dare you? How dare you?
Yo, you're right. It's like comparing.
They would agree to this, and this is what men do. Men always compare women. You have to decide. Oh, who can we compare and despair with? I
wasn't comparing. I just think they're both at the top of their game. She's also partnered with brands. She's partnered with Fenty Beauty, Off-White, and became the first celebrity spokesperson for Essie, which is a nail polish brand.
Yes.
Like it's wild.
More of this.
Yeah. Oh, totally. This is what I mean with the new owners of the New York Liberty truly being like, what does our audience want? You know what I mean? What does our audience want? What is going to speak to our audience? And I feel like the WNBA used to be like, how do we get straight men to watch women's sports? And it's like, don't do that.
Right.
We don't like. How do we get the people who could be interested in women's sports to give it a chance.
I would be interested to see who is in charge of the marketing department for that team. And where, we talked a little bit about this last week about, to you saying that, no, actually a lot of these teams won't be owned by women, but like, are the people in the rooms that are making the decisions reflective of the people on the court?
I don't know.
And I would be really interested to see if the marketing team is, if they are dialed into who the audience is and what they would want and not what basketball should be,
Yeah. I mean, I follow a lot of TikTok about women's sports, and there's so many things that, like, there's people pushing for next All-Star game to be gays versus straights, which I think would be so fun. Have like one team of the queer women and one team of the straight
No, I
women.
know what it means. I was just like, why would okay, but my money is going to be on those lesbians.
Duh, my money's always on the lesbians.
What if they lost? Oh my God.
It's like Paige Beckers, Brianna Stewart, Jonquil Jones, like, I guess Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, I'm excited that you and Ellie, I'm happy to be here at the beginning of your friendship.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see it blossom.
Me too.
And I won't get jealous.
I'll introduce you once we're closer.
No, this is you. I want you to have this. I love you as a friend, and I want you to explore this as deeply as you need to. And I will support you.
Work.
I just don't want you to move to New York to work for Ellie and leave me behind. But that's okay. We'll worry about that when that happens. We talked about Colbert last week, and I I believe in the power of comedy as an incredible tool for tearing down fascism, for taking the piss out of people. I think it's really important. I told you last week that I know Colbert to be a God-fearing man who is a straight white Christian man who they had no problem axing. This week, and I was sad. I was sad last week, and then South Park came out. And if you haven't watched the latest episode of South Park, you have to go do it. And if you're not a fan of South Park, you might not get it. And I feel, based on your face, that you don't get it, Harrison.
I love South Park.
You do love South Park.
Yeah. They are progressive, but kind of in a way that isn't delicate.
No, they're a very shit joke. It's a lot of dude jokes.
Yeah.
I think.
But also,
straight
like,
dude
we're
jokes.
gonna have a trans character, and we're gonna poke fun at them just as much as we poke fun at all the other characters.
Right.
And that's what I mean by, like, not super delicate.
Yeah, no, nothing is sacred.
Yeah.
Nothing is sacred, but in a way that nothing really is sacred. And I think that having what happened at Paramount and CBS happen to Colbert, having, South Park didn't sign, Paramount Plus just secured like $1 billion deal with South Park. The creators, 1.6 billion. Trey Parker and Matt Stone waited until the very last moment to sign that contract. And then like a day later, this incredible episode came out. That, is it small dick humor? It is. Is it about Trump having a little dick? It absolutely is. But it's the first time that I felt like, in the last 2 years at least, someone gave zero fucks and was unafraid to stand up to a bully. And that, to me, was the part that rejuvenated my belief in comedy as a tool, as a form of resistance, even if it's not your type of comedy, there has been a general tiptoeing around whatever fucking stupid pedestal people have put this idiot on.
Right.
And this was somebody who came in exactly this. They treated him exactly the way they treated Saddam Hussein, and they should. From being drawn with no neck and the mouth flapping to being in bed with Satan.
The same voice, either the same voice actor or the same affectation of their voice.
Everything.
Yeah.
And so they're saying so much in this bad AI video of a little dick, right? And it was, in my opinion, really effective use of comedy.
I mean, as much as it's small dick humor, they were trying to make Trump mad.
Yes.
And also make Paramount worry.
Yes.
Because now Trump is mad at them after they just donated $16 million to him to get this merger to go through.
But the merger did go through.
Yeah.
Which is another interesting.
Yeah, apparently South Park was mad about them because their premiere got delayed because of the merger.
Interesting.
Yeah. And at first I thought, how did they get it up so fast? Because I imagined the episode was in response to the Colbert firing, but I guess it was more so in the response to the settlement of that lawsuit.
The actual quote from the White House, just like the creators of South Park, the left has no authentic or original content, which is why their popularity continues to hit record lows.
They said South Park was irrelevant for over 20 years. It's like, it's also been running for 20 years. Like,
there is that.
You can't shit on a show that's been running for 20 years.
And has been fairly relevant.
One thing I didn't understand, because like I've watched South Park, but I'm not a South Park watcher.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the scene where they like rush into Mr. Garrison's house?
Yes.
Apparently, in the past few seasons, they use Mr. Garrison as like a stand-in Trumpian character.
Yes, exactly. He was representing a conservative movement within South Park.
Okay.
And was playing the Trump-like character.
Right. So that's why they went in and they're like, oh, he's like, it was a very funny scene.
Yes.
They're like, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing.
Hanging out with Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that it was actually, they were nicer than they had to be. Because in the episode basically ended, be like, oh, this is the first of advertisement or support commercials for Donald Trump that Paramount is making us air. And it was basically him in a desert, like stripping his clothes off and eventually passing out. And it was AI deep fake of Donald Trump naked. And I feel like there is absolutely no chance that Donald Trump looks that good naked. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't look that, he looks like a chubby older man, but like he had good skin.
Yeah, no, there's more tags. There are more skin tags.
Skin tags, there's bruises,
I did also love, you noticed that the HeTrumpedUs.com is in the same font as the Jesus commercials.
Oh, right.
So there's like layers of parody happening right now that are quite brilliant, I think. And I can't wait to see not only what comes next, but also if you're a person who believes in free speech, as every single one of these people that supports Trump says, then you have to now deal with the repercussions of what happens when the actual creative people start taking the gloves off. And I'm excited to see what comes next.
Yeah, me too.
Did I ever tell you that I had a flirtation unbeknownst to me with one Mr. Alexis Bittar?
No.
Okay. I'm working at Joe Coffee. He's on vacation with his kids. And we just hit it off. I'm making his coffee and his breakfast sandwiches every day. And we just became pals.
You worked at Joe Coffee?
Yeah. Yeah. I worked the sandwich line the last year that Scott owned it. I worked with Jess with the dreads, and
I guess I didn't know who he was. He's very handsome.
He's very handsome. He's also very charming. And I didn't really know him. And then I find out later, like, oh, this is Alexis Bittar, who has made incredible jewelry and has, I don't know if you've noticed, but their social media advertisement has been very documentary, like really great sketch comedy content almost. And now he has released this documentary called Reclaiming the Flag. And it's something that I think you and I have talked about. I know Chad, our producer, has talked about it. This idea that being an American is limited to being a racist.
Right.
This idea that only straight white men get to put a fucking flag on the back of their truck and drive around with their truck nuts. I'll take the nuts off, but there's no reason why we can't claim our flag, right? And so this Reclaiming the Flag, and it was so incredible.
Varla Jean Merman also did an extended bit, and I don't think it was last year, but maybe 2 years ago. She did a bit about, she's like, this is our flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I loved the most about this documentary is it was very revealing and honest about how triggering the flag can be for people, because it is the thing that the people who want to beat you up with identify with the most.
Right.
Right. And so but also a lot of us, especially of a certain age, I don't know if you were of a Pledge of Allegiance age.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Right. So we are all ingrained with this nationalism. We're all ingrained with this American pride. And then the symbol of that becomes something dangerous to us. Right. He sat down and talked with so many people from Hollywood, from Washington, just about their relationship with the flag. And you can see when he hands they have small flags, would hand the flag to people. And just that moment of people like kind of holding it and waving it and just like really reflecting on number one, what it means to be an American, and number two, when we're gonna stand up and say that flag is still our flag. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend. It gives you, it will give, if you are a member of the LGBTQ community, it will give you feelings. And I do think it's perfectly timed because I would say that between South Park and the Reclaiming the Flag documentary and a fucking Dyke Doc Dunk, I am rejuvenated again, and I'm not ready to move to Portugal yet.
Work. Yeah, you asked me like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, where are you gonna move?
When I would leave, and I was like, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my father served in the military. He's very patriotic. My grandfather as well.
Same.
Yeah, I was raised like every Christmas we'd go to the VFW for like a Christmas thing. And my dad, what?
Does your dad drink?
Yeah. Natural Ice is his beer of choice.
I want to go to the VFW and drink Natty Ice with your dad.
But he doesn't go to the VFW.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, you can go somewhere and drink.
Okay. Can I go to the Rod and Gun Club with him?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Okay.
I understand there are times, especially now, where it's like you might feel a lack of pride to be an American because of who is at the head of it right now or actions that are being taken. But like your right to fight back against that, like that's what the flag represents.
Yes.
Your right to fight back against all these things. Like our right to marry is, the American flag is a symbol of that.
Yes.
All of the rights and the things that obviously me and Kristen are two people that want to see those rights expanded upon and have a better life for all Americans, but our ability to speak freely, to push for those things and to have the things we do have is, the American flag is the symbol of that. But I do kind of want to echo, I know sometimes we talk about a lot of distressing things in here.
I thought we did it with joy.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
But these are we're talking about these things with joy, and they're joyful. Seeing people push back in the biggest way they can with the South Park creators, seeing these queer people say this is what the flag means to me and reclaiming it, and also like having Ella the elephant be her bad bitch self.
Yes.
Like these are great things.
These are things that should make you be proud to be an American.
Hell yeah. Thanks for listening to Queer
Anyway,
Time.
yeah. You know what we didn't do again?
What?
We forgot to tell people how important it is that they tell people about this podcast.
That's true. We did say last week we're going to do it up front, but let's do it at the end again.
Let's do it again. And let me also say that it has happened to me again. It happened at the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
It happened when I was at Outer Cape Health. People are regularly stopping me and saying they enjoy this podcast.
Yeah. If you truly enjoy it, share it on your Instagram story. Tell a friend about how much you enjoy it. Post a link.
We're creating a gift for you to give to your friends.
The gift of us.
The gift of us every week.
Yeah.
And then we feel better because people are listening.
Yeah.
And I know they are because they're coming and they're telling me all the time.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out. We record here at the Provincetown recording studio, and they added a fourth podcast.
Oh, that's right.
To the slate this past week. It's called The Art Colony. It's one of our good friends, Gaston Lacombe, who is basically talking about art here on the Outer Cape, Provincetown, the history of art here. He owns a gallery right here in the Whalers Wharf in Provincetown. He does really cool, beautiful graphic
designs.
Yeah. And I'm excited to listen. He's so smart, so well spoken. I'm really excited to listen to his podcast.
The history of art in Provincetown is so rich and so long standing. It's been going on for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited to hear the stories.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Have a great week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Queer is in.